Bayern Munich and Tottenham reaching this agreement for the England captain, 30-year-old Harry Kane, with 1 year left on his contract. And that detail is still crucial because the decision is now over to Harry Kane. And what we've been saying throughout the summer is that if the clubs agreed a deal, that Harry Kane would be open to formally speaking with Bayern Munich, but equally would be relaxed if he did stay at Tottenham before the window. The latest information this week and even into today is that Harry Kane is leaning towards staying with Tottenham.
Even after we've known this?
We need to check if that is still the case, but as of this morning, Harry Kane was still leaning towards staying with Tottenham. But a deal that has now been agreed, that now puts the pressure on Harry Kane. And the reason that it's not as straightforward is that basically because of the length left on the contract, Tottenham have been adamant the whole way through this. They will not lose, or they will do everything possible not to lose Harry Kane on a free next summer to arrival. So the alternatives for them are to agree a deal with Bayern Munich and push for the move to happen, or that Harry Kane signs a contract. Now, at the moment, there's been no indication whatsoever to Tottenham that Harry Kane will extend his contract this summer. Maybe if he's still there during the season, if things are going well and Tottenham show they're moving in the right direction, that is a realistic possibility, but it's a gamble for Tottenham. They have no guarantees, and so therefore they've had to negotiate with Bayern Munich. The negotiations have taken them to this point, a deal being agreed. The key words, it's over to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's decision is now key in all of this.
What about the money? What about the fee? It's been going up and up and up until they finally agreed on some figure, of which are we clear about? And what would it then take for Tottenham to give Harry Kane a new contract if we were to stay, and the money and what it's going to cost him per week?
Well, exactly that. I think there's no danger whatsoever that if Harry Kane wants to sign a new contract this summer, and if he changes his mind on that, Tottenham will say, well, let's do that. They will give him what he wants. They will give him what he wants. There's been a suggestion of £400,000 a week, roles at the club beyond his playing career, that sort of thing. Tottenham are prepared to, do everything possible to get Harry Kane tied down to a new contract, but they haven't had that indication yet, and so that's why this deal has been agreed. Tottenham have consistently said they've wanted minimum £100 million. I think this Bayern Munich deal with add-ons will take it to over that, although we're still waiting on some confirmation around that. But certainly my information at the moment is that the add-ons would take it to over £100 million for somebody with 1 year left in his contract. So I think that's where it's very much a fast-moving situation. We're waiting to hear what Harry Kane wants to do. As of maybe this morning, we were hearing that he's still leaning towards staying. So it's interesting, but the deal has been agreed between the clubs, and that is significant that the clubs have finally reached a solution after months of going back and forth and in negotiations. But it's over to Harry Kane.
So presumably training going on as normal, building up to the opening weekend of the Premier League season. We've got Super Sunday games. Of course, it's Tottenham against Brentford, isn't it, as well? So how do they plan for that whilst all this is going on?
Well, it is clearly not ideal in the lead up to the opening week of the Premier League season. But one thing, again, we heard consistently was that Harry Kane wanted his future resolved before that first game against Brentford. So he's got his wish in that sense, that the deal has been agreed, but now it's a decision to be made. And whatever decision is taken by him, obviously if it means staying at Tottenham for this season, then he'll be involved against Brentford. Obviously, if he decides to go and speak formally, as we've been hearing, to Bayern Munich, that could lead to him moving to the German champions. So still unclear in that because, as I said, it's a fast-moving situation. But the key fact is the deal has been agreed, and it's now over to Harry Kane. So it is interesting in the lead up to this Brentford game. We've seen, the transfer windows and, big transfers get in the way of preparations for matches in the past. A lot of people have talked about wanting the window to close before the season starts. It's just something they have to deal with at the moment, all of this noise and distraction. While this has all been ongoing, obviously Ange Postecoglou and the rest of the Tottenham players have been preparing as normal for the Brentford game.